Alright, we're back with Spider-Man 2 New Game Plus. This video is going to be a bit of a different thing. We're not doing a playthrough or anything. I just wanted to shed some light on a situation in the game. Like, it's not the craziest deal, but it's one of those things that kind of adds on to the whole that they don't like Peter, and they really just, they kind of hate on him a lot. So, within the game, when you're doing crimes, you can sometimes run into certain characters, Yuri, Harry, you can run into Miles, but you don't run into Peter for some reason. Like, I was playing as Miles, or I was playing as Peter for a long time because, I like Peter better. And, I was doing crimes. I'd see Miles every once in a while. But then I switched to Miles and was playing as him for a while, and then just didn't notice it until I switched back to Peter again. And I saw Miles again. I was like, wait, have I had Peter once as Miles help me? So it's like, when you're Miles, it seems like you don't run into Peter during crimes at all. Genuinely. Like, I've sat here for like 2 days trying to do it. I've not once seen Peter. And and people will try to and like, it's very weird, and I don't understand the logic behind it because I looked it up on Reddit, and God, Spider-Man subreddit is like the biggest dick riders I've seen in my days. They can't go on there and try to say something objectively not good about this game. They will defend it with their hearts. But they tried to say story-wise it would make sense that Peter isn't coming around on patrols because that's kind of the point, a plot point in the game, him brushing off Miles. Not really. He only starts brushing off Miles after him and Harry start hanging out more. Like, they actually show it. It's a little while later, like after the carnival type, or sometime around the carnival thing, is when Peter blows off Miles and doesn't pay him as much attention. That's when it starts, basically. Also, the point I'm at in the story doesn't make sense at all either. This is the Emily May Healing the World Foundation mission where we go to the Emily May and get offered that. So there's no reason Peter wouldn't show up during crimes and stuff and help out. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, there's no story reason, there's no headcanon you can do. The only thing I saw that somewhat seemed possible is that I saw someone say there was a lot of cut content from the game, which of course this is like a 20 some I've seen people say that this game took them, it did not take you 30 hours. I have on recording me playing it, not skipping cutscenes. It took me 23, almost 24. I might have lost a video or two. So at best 25. At best 25, for sure less than 29 and 27, for sure less than 26. But it's very odd. So this is how it is. See, there's Miles right there.
Need a dance partner?
So Peter can get help from Miles, no problem during crimes, because naturally Miles is perfect at everything.
Won't stop us. Okay. Going away.
Even those little animations, like, okay. Watch out, boy.
Thanks. We should take this on the road sometime. Sounds like a good excuse to find
Yes, I was switching up suits like crazy. But there he goes. That's Miles doing his thing. He comes in, does his stuff, and leaves. And now let's switch. You can have as okay, never seen that one before, but you can have Peter. You can play as Peter and have Miles come help you all you want. Like, that's just right there, intrinsical proof. I don't know why. Every time you switch from Peter and Miles, it feels like the controls just act dumb. I don't know why. For a second, they like act a little weird. Like, they just don't respond right. But there's that. I just want to show you that. Showed you one more time. This is the mission. I haven't even I haven't even seen the Emily May Foundation thing. So that's that. So we're gonna wait for a crime real quick and see what happens. We'll do a few. I might do like 3 or 4, but you will not get Peter at all during any of these. Like, I've looked through the subreddit. I've tried to find a video of it, and it's not talked about a ton, because this game gets dick ridden like crazy. Like, say what you will about Arkham, because I've said it. I said all the flaws. It has 5 major flaws, but the fact that you feel like Batman does it, this game, it has The story isn't one of the biggest flaws on this earth. It's just it kind of does the inverse of what Arkham does. It does not do Spider-Man any justice. It ruins Peter. It makes Miles just such a complete Mary Sue. Like, especially the fact that he be getting all these powers and just knows how to use them. Like, he doesn't struggle at all. He does everything perfectly. Not an ounce of, like, training or trying. New random power? Okay, Miles knows how to use it that day. Alright, so here's one crime. See if Peter's here.
The fool speaking. Grab someone your own size.
Nope. Don't see Peter anywhere. Not an ounce of Peter. I don't... Now this is only one crime, you know? Not every crime. Oh my god. Okay, that was crazy. But yeah, no Peter anywhere. For whatever reason.
The new world isn't you.
Yeah.
Branding irons? The hell
They're not even reacting to this, but okay. Like, there was people about to get branded outside. Yeah, but that's one crime. That's only one. One's not exact. Like, one is really nothing. Twice is a coincidence. 3 times is a pure pattern. And I don't know why the pattern is to not give Peter any respect. Like, when it comes down to it, I've seen people say their thoughts, but to me, there's only a few forms of logic that it can be. For one, which even with me disliking this game and its story and everything, my most logical thought is just that it's something that it's not a bug, because it's just there's no animations for Peter to come in. Like, a bug is not like this. A bug would be like Peter would be there or something. They just did not seem the animations to have Peter come in during crimes is just not uploaded or whatever. So it's not that. That doesn't make any sense. One of the things that makes the most sense to me would be like it's something that for some reason got cut. Like, I can't imagine they just filmed Miles or recorded and animated Miles's stuff for him to help out Peter, but just didn't do one for Peter to help out Miles. I don't know. It doesn't, like, that seems like the least likely to me personally.
They're gonna blow up the whole block. What's up? I'm stopping you today.
Also, I don't know why my lightning gets purple when I'm invisible. I've never understood it. Come on.
You're worthy. That tanker needs to be sealed up.
These idiots, they'd all die if I did that. Christ, and this generic NPC, it's always a guy with headphones.
You're a lifesaver.
I remember saying how much I like this. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But when you do it a lot, you really notice it's the same NPC. But that's a whole other thing. But yeah, that's a second crime. No Peter. Okay. That's whatever. That's coincidental, I guess. But as I was saying, my only the most logical one to me, that's even me trying to defend this sweet baby ink-ass game, is that it got cut out, the content accidentally or for whatever reason, they couldn't afford it, whatever. They for some reason cut out the ability for Peter to help out Miles. Just because of some content thing, I don't know. That seems like possibly the most logical one. The second most logical one is also that they just simply don't want Peter to help Miles for whatever reason. Like, they don't want to have the white guy Peter helping Miles at all, and they don't want black Miles at all needing help from white Peter, because it's one of those problems in this game where they pretend as if Peter can't be a mentor to Miles for some reason. Like, Peter can't teach him anything, he can't help him with stuff. Miles doesn't even, like, there's lines that Miles says where he says, "Oh, these web shooters are great, thank God for them," and it's like he doesn't really thank he says these things have helped me out in a lot, and it's like, yeah, thank Peter. Just like, they can't even like give Peter a line in it where Miles says, I really appreciate that Peter made these for me. It's nope. It's just he'll hype up the web shooters, but not that. Which is kind of great, which is kind of annoying. But It's in theme with this game in the way that they don't like Peter and they just completely slop off Miles. Like, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. It's worse than like Taylor Swift fan levels of stuff when they, the way that they treat Peter and Miles. Oh, here we go. Third crime. Let's see how this goes. Third crime. After 3 crimes, you gotta imagine Peter would be in one of these, right?
Burn the building down.
We would have welcomed you back with open
Should look
arms.
where I was going. Hi, I'm with the fire brigade.
There's no place for you in
Still got some fires to put out.
Well, that's a third mission with absolutely no Peter. Okay.
There. Fire department can tag in now.
I'll even be a gentleman and give them a 4th chance to give me something with Peter while we do. But yeah, the thing that another very likely one is just that they don't want Peter to do this thing with Miles, and they don't want to have Miles ever get help from Peter, because that would make it seem like Peter could teach him something, you know? And if Miles is going to be the Mary Sue that he is, he has to be good and great at everything, especially patrolling alone. Which also, it annoys me more because, you know, I hate this story and it doesn't do it right. They could have done this right. This could have been something that does happen through the game. It could have been something where Peter is in these, he helps out more, but as we do stuff with Harry, he starts to disappear more. Harry isn't, like, we just met up with Harry, but he's over there. Like, I haven't even done that mission yet, so there's no reason, there's no logic to it. Like, I wish I could go back to my old videos and see if maybe I did see something, or this is just coincidental, but that's a lot to do, to find one specific scene to see when I do a crime if Peter's there. But yeah. The only other option is kind of the headcanon that the Spider-Man meat lovers want to say is, like, it's due to the fact that Peter's pulling away from Miles, and so he's just not around during these crimes, which that really doesn't make sense, because it would be better to have him there than not here, instead of him not at these at all. That makes no sense. You should also show some emphasis of it, like maybe even have a line where Peter says something about Miles. Doing it on his own, or doesn't need help, some garbage.
He's here. Sorry. Nobody's getting branded today.
You can stop them, Spider-Man.
Oh, he's blasting off that gun immediately. That is a 4th crime. Also, another thing that's kind of wrong. You don't see the regular criminals when you get these cultist guys. You stop seeing them. Now let's switch to Peter. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do this until we see Peter help Miles again, and then that'll kind of confirm it to me.
Okay, Pete, carry on.
Yeah, there's nothing here. I don't know why. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense story-wise right now. It doesn't make any sense, like, content-wise. Oops. I always forget that area. It doesn't make sense for the content. It doesn't make sense at all why Peter isn't helping. Why we can't run into Peter and he helps us out with stuff. That actually would have been kind of funny, interesting something. You know, especially as symbiote Peter comes around, maybe. Maybe he's like, he does it all. Like, he stops us from even helping him, kind of. I don't know, but I'm not some overpaid, you know, game writer, and I don't make them, and I don't have a certain company fucking slopping me off, making me throw in extra gay people just for extra money. But there we go.
Gas truck blows up, it'll take out the whole block.
Really? Oh, there he is.
Hope I'm not intruding. Never. Let's do this.
Right there. Immediately. This is actually crazy. Like, he's there immediately. See?
Gotta patch up that tanker fast.
Sweet.
I gotta bounce, but I appreciate the assist.
All right, but the next post-fight piece is on me.
Like, why? I guess you could kind of see these maybe as like Peter helping Miles, because he was here first and I'm coming in, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird that we can't run into Peter as Miles and get help. That's what these usually are. It's like either they're there. It's usually like, I guess it's maybe like more like we come to their fight and help them or something. I don't know. It just feels odd that for some reason we can't do this with Peter. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to show, wanted to see. I don't get it. I'll keep playing maybe for a little bit on my own and see if I can find out more or see more or do something. Like, cause I don't see it at all. Like, let me actually look it up. I'm right here. Let me just even look it up. See if anyone Spider-Man 2. So what is it? Miles runs into Peter. See videos. Well, I can't find anything. Yeah, that would be a very unspecific thing that people wouldn't do. Yeah. So that's that. You can't really find it. You find forums and people like talking about it, and you know the Spider-Man meat writers will love to just not talk about anything that goes against their lovely game. Look at that. 27% of the game is done before Venom even comes around. Almost 30. Before Venom, 30, almost 30. My God, almost a third of the game is done before Venom comes. Before Venom, and then even Kraven, it was like 20-something% was done before I did that Kraven mission. It's crazy. It's crazy. This game's doing too much, too short, of course. But anyway, that's just something I wanted to bring light to. I don't know why they don't let Peter help in or hop into Miles' fights. Miles got to do everything alone. Peter has to have people there helping him during fights. It's weird. It's dumb. I don't really like it because they also let you, like, I've ran into Harry as Miles and Yuri, but I can't run into my teacher Peter. Makes sense. It's ridiculous. Let me know if you experience this also. Let me know if you have found Peter out there as Miles. Let me know if you completely disagree and you're gonna like, and you are just head over heels with this game. Spread it even. See if you can see if anyone else understands or knows it. You would have thought someone would have said, "How come as Miles? I've never seen Peter." But of course, it's anything to do with this game negatively and Miles, it never gets out there. Besides that, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, notifications, all that stuff, and I'll see you next time when I actually do an official part.